Hi, I'm Sophie,
And I'm Tasha.
and welcome to the Publishing Twins podcast.
And today we're going to be talking about the national treasure, who is David Attenborough. Can you believe he's 100 years old?
I know. He's been around my entire life. Clearly longer than my entire life.
And let's face it, he is the reason we need to invent the technology to make sure that he doesn't die, because he's not allowed to, because we have to keep him around forever. It's just a just a must.
Been the backdrop to every decent nature documentary we've ever seen, I think. And he's always been very, very good at introducing people to it, because the first one I really remember, and I really do remember this, is Life on Earth. That was 79. So 1979, we were 6.
Yeah, and I remember watching it. And one of the things I really remember about Life on Earth was I was incredibly interested in all of the episodes until we got to humans.
Yes, not interested.
And then it was not interested enough. No, we'll bring back the animals. Don't care about the humans.
Yeah, I think should we step back a minute and explain to those people who haven't seen it? Life on Earth is actually telling the entire story of the evolution of life on Earth, from the very first microbes all the way through to humankind. And they used an analogy of a 24-hour day to say where in the day things were happening. So humans is like 10 minutes to midnight or something like that. It's really close.
Yeah. So we haven't been here very long.
No,
comparatively.
Not compared to the 4 billion years life has been on this planet.
Yes. I think Life on Earth is one of my favourites of his. But the other one is First Life, which does all the beginning bit from the microbes to the Cambrian explosion. And I mean that's absolutely. It goes to.
He does trilobites and things like that. It kind of. I don't remember where it finishes, actually, to be honest, because that's much more modern, and they used computer graphics.
Oh yes, that was computer graphics, and in the 70s we didn't have computer graphics.
No, well, we had a bunch of
did.
We had,
but
it was not in the 70s. Not in the 70s.
Oh, in the late 70s,
someone drew it.
They were beginning to do Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where all of the computer graphics on that is actually somebody where they're shining light through drawings on cardboard and stuff, which is how they actually produced that.
With Life on Earth, it was a bunch of artists. So if you see because they do have timelines and things where they show the timeline, someone drew that by hand and then they animated it.
Yes.
Very old-fashioned. Very well done stuff. Though.
Yeah.
Well, I think some CGI is a bit too easy now. It is. Yeah. You don't get the quality. I mean, they're too worried about it fitting in and it being seamless. Well, that's fine. That's all very fine, and it's very clever. But actually, take some effort over things. It's like when you have real effects in movies.
Oh, you mean
like better, isn't it?
Like Project Hail Mary, where they were doing it all with practical effects.
Yes,
and that felt so much more real.
Better.
Yeah, it does.
I think,
and of course,
it's very difficult to act a green screen.
Yeah.
Even when they've got even when they've got sort of little icons saying the puppets here, or the icon, the drawing, the CGI is going to be here.
Don't they have to act to ping pong balls and things on sticks and stuff like that, because it shows them where their eye line is?
Yes, they did used to do, but sometimes it's still not right.
No. Sometimes, you're looking over their left shoulder. Were you just trying psychological torture, or did you actually mean that?
But back to Life on Earth.
It was really, really important, And also, Mummy and Daddy had the hardback book, and I remember going through all the book and looking at all the pictures, and the pictures were just amazing. Because
the pictures scared me because we still got the book.
Well,
but this is
we've got a different
version that
because
we can't find the version that our parents had. I expect my mother threw it out when we moved.
Yeah, that's quite a possibility. Because she threw out a lot of things when we moved.
Editing Sophie here. I found the book. So, this is the original Life on Earth hardback that's been in our house since the 1970s. It's a fabulous book. It's not different from the one we showed, but it just has a sentimental value, and I'm glad I found it. So we do still own it, and I can still flick through it, and I can still get creeped out by that lamprey. Anyway, I just put it in here.
You were saying you were creeped out by pictures.
Yes, I was creeped out by the pictures. It wasn't the sort of ordinary pictures, like it was actually mainly the undersea ones. Oh, they creeped me out. I remember. Look at this one. That used to scare the bejesus out of me.
Oh, that's a lamprey, isn't it? Or
yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's probably like I think it's a. Yes, it's a lamprey.
Yeah, lampreys are just freaky.
And things like I remember the Nautilus as well, which is with its big eye.
Oh,
just looking at you.
Isn't there a picture creepy. In there of a whole bunch of millipedes or something, all in a ball or something as well?
I don't know. Let me see what I can find. I don't think so.
Or am I just just conflating my childhood trauma from other things as well? Because that is a possibility.
Yeah. See, I don't mind the mammals. The mammals are fine.
Oh yeah, the mammals are fine. Yeah.
But it is definitely the Oh, there's this one.
It could be that one. It could be just the creepy crawly, because I've never been into creepy crawlies.
No, no, I don't like creepy crawlies.
No.
Didn't realise there's a picture of a coelacanth in here as well. But anyway, this one I didn't used to like touching the pictures. They used to because I used to think.
Yeah.
But it was absolutely fascinating because it did the whole of life on Earth. And yes, some of it is out of date now because this was set in the 70s and we didn't know everything we knew about then that we know now. About
evolution has come on a bit. Like yes.
But it was still absolutely groundbreaking.
Oh, yeah. And it introduced it to the whole of the UK population because everybody was tuning in to watch it. In colour, yes. Because before that, they'd have been in black and white. But these were all in colour.
Yeah.
The thing is, we couldn't have possibly seen it in colour at the time because we only had a black and white TV. Because we didn't get a colour TV until the Falklands War, because Daddy wanted to watch things about the Falklands War in colour. So we suddenly had a colour TV. Same reason we had a radio suddenly in the car, because Daddy had to listen to all the updates about it.
Yeah. Papa used to be in the RAF. So
yeah. I have to mention that the radio was strapped under the front dashboard. It didn't actually belong there. It was just strapped under there so Daddy could listen to the radio whilst he was driving as well. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we couldn't have seen it originally in colour. But I remember that book. I think it's the book I really remember because we used to sit and open it in the lounge, didn't we? And look through
look at all the pictures. Yes. Yes, we didn't get to reading any of it till a lot later.
Yeah. And now we've got Life on Earth, but I've also got Life in the Undergrowth and The Private Life of Plants as well. So we do have a few David Attenborough books because of course he wrote these as well.
Yes.
He wasn't just he wasn't just a presenter. did used to write the books as well, because he was a real naturalist. He understood the natural world, and he's the person that really started championing what the problems with our planet are. I mean, he was talking about global warming,
how we have to fix them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have to save our planet. The only people that save our planet is us, because we're the ones who are destroying it.
Yes.
And yes, I thoroughly believe that's true. We are, and we need to stop doing what we're doing. We need to.
We need to stop climate change, because and we need to stop burning fossil fuels all the time, because we are basically destroying our own environment.
Yeah, and and the thing is, we need to stop industry doing it. Individuals, yes, we're trying to do our bit. We're trying not to use plastics,
and we're recycling.
But individuals compared to industry,
it's like nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Look
at all the problems we're having with water and things because of generative AI facilities,
data centers.
Data centers. Yeah, the data centers. We need to stop building those.
We need to stop using that kind of AI. It's not necessary.
No.
And they're actually, I think it's the Chinese have been looking at more energy efficient ways of doing AI, isn't it? But we don't need generative AI.
The problem, until they stop people building the data centers, they're not going to try and make it a better system.
Until it's more expensive
for them,
the data center.
Yeah.
For them, not for us, for them, not for the planet.
Yes.
As soon as we start taxing them and making them accountable for all the water they're using and all the energy they're using, that's the only way this is going to stop.
And not giving them tax breaks or anything, or not making them pay for all the water or everything, it's not going to stop. Yeah, you have to make people accountable for their own actions. And it's like the fossil fuel industries and the things burning all the fossil fuels. It's like, you have to stop them. Otherwise, we're going to destroy our entire planet. And then we're going to have nowhere to live. Because unlike science fiction, there's nowhere else to go. This is it. No, we're stuck with it.
Yeah. This is our planet. We've got to look after it, guys.
Yes.
Anyway, and then David Attenborough would agree with us.
Yes. He'd give you a really passionate speech about it, even though he's 100, because he still has all his faculties. The man is amazing.
Yeah. They had a celebration on his birthday, which was last Friday. And I didn't think he was going to be at the Royal Albert Hall, which is where the celebration was, because I thought, well, he's 100. He's not going to be there. He was there, mate. And he was one of the sprightliest of the lot, I think, sitting right next to Prince William. And I think his daughter was on the other side of him. But, it was a brilliant evening. They were talking about everything that he's done. And it was music and and snippets from his all of the things he's done, and it was brilliant. And
they've put a lot of them on YouTube, so I'm assuming, because it seems like there was one from all these loads of different countries had done special ones on YouTube for him. It's like there was one from Australia, I think, and then the BBC have loads of them up at the moment.
Yeah, and there's so many people around the world that he's impacted. There were a lot of wildlife experts and photographers and presenters who were talking about him. There were some actually on the stage in the Albert Hall, but there were also others who had sent in their congratulations to him on video, and they played some of those back.
Because he was the first person that went out there and said, you could do something like this and make everybody want to watch it. And it's kind of a national pastime that every time he makes a new TV series, everybody's got to watch it.
Yeah, because the latest one was brilliant. He did it. Yeah. It's called Secret Garden, and it was a really, what you'd think of as a really simple, I mean, it wasn't simple to film, but it's a really simple concept, which is they picked 5 gardens around the UK. So it's very much UK based.
Yep.
And they were looking at the animals in those gardens. And it was fascinating. And he did the intros, and then he did the voiceovers. So he wasn't actually standing in front of the animals and talking about them like he has done in the past. I think he's a little bit too old for that, but he's very dedicated and does the voiceovers. The amount of work he puts into the voiceovers is incredible, because he's doing the voiceovers for Blue Planet 3. Number 3, Blue Planet 3. So there are 3 series called Blue Planet. And they're and he's just been doing the voiceovers for number 3, which is coming out, I think, sometime this year. And that, I mean, those are the last one came.
Yeah, I always like it when they do the deep ocean, because everything looks really creepy, but they're always so interesting, because we're always learning new stuff about all of that. It's just fascinating. It's like you. I just find it hilarious when you see the deep sea anglerfish and you think, oh my god, it's hideous, and then you figure out it's yay big.
Yes, tiny,
and it's
they look
not
much
quite
bigger
as
on
frightening.
screen.
It's not quite as frightening when you discover how big it actually is.
Yes. But if you think that's the size of the female, the male's teeny in comparison, isn't he?
Well, yes, because he becomes
an appendage.
Yeah, he
attaches
himself to the female, and then just becomes a mobile breeding center, basically, to help her breed. Yes, but then I suppose if you've got the deep ocean and it's that big and you're so far apart, as soon as you find another one, it's like, no, I'm staying. It's like you're not going to go. No, we're not going to worry about ever missing each other again. And I didn't realize, but they can collect more than one male.
Oh, can they?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I saw that somewhere. I mean, I may be completely wrong and misremembering, but I think I saw that somewhere, that they can have more than one male attached to them, which is good for the gene pool, I suppose. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, practical.
But yeah. And of course, Life on Earth was when he was with the gorillas, wasn't it?
Yes, the very famous shots
I remember
of him.
Yes,
that was Diane. That was Diane Fossey, who the American naturalist who worked with Rwandan gorillas. And they went to see her, and she introduced them to the mountain gorillas, which were at that time really, really endangered. I mean, Rwanda was at war at the time, because they nearly didn't get that footage out of because they filmed him with the gorillas, and that was totally unexpected. They hadn't expected that. And he expected they were going to have loads and loads and loads of footage, but because it's on film, and film is expensive,
yes,
they hadn't taken a lot of footage.
Oh dear!
So that footage that we've got is pretty much all they've got that they cut it down to. Because he spent quite a long time with those gorillas, but they didn't want to take it until he'd actually started doing the voiceover and doing the introduction and what they'd actually planned. And so he was a bit peeved.
Yeah, I mean, we have a big problem in this country about the BBC reusing film and or sort of like not keeping stuff. That's why so many of our Doctor Who episodes are missing and things, because film's expensive and they wanted to reuse it, and it's like or not store it because they didn't think anybody would ever want to see it again, and it's like, no, everybody wants to see it again.
Wants to see it again,
yes.
Nowadays everything is digital, so
yes, you
don't
just
have that
keep
problem. But when it was on film, because they were trying to get out of Rwanda once they made that film, and they got stopped by soldiers, and they nearly got everything confiscated. They got out by the skin of their teeth.
And of course, these days you just go, it's David Attenborough, and everybody go, okay, bye. But back then, nobody knew who David Attenborough was outside the UK. so it's like, but this is the David Attenborough program, of course. Well, then go ahead. You're fine. But, these days, but sort of back then, it wasn't the same.
No, because back then, Life on Earth was his magnum opus, because he actually left a very, very senior management job at the BBC. I mean, he was director of programming for the whole of the BBC, but he wanted to make wildlife documentaries. So he actually decided to go off and make Life on Earth. So he didn't take the job of Director General of the BBC, which he was offered, because he wanted to carry on being a presenter. Because he started off, as a career in the BBC, but he was producing all sorts of things.
Yes.
But then he did ZooQuest. And he was actually the producer on ZooQuest. He wasn't the presenter. They had another presenter. But that presenter, partway through, I think it's the first series of ZooQuest, because I think there were about 7 series of it, fell ill. And so he was actually told by his boss to do the presenting and step in.
Could you imagine if,
as you do,
if that hadn't happened? Could you? I mean, you can't imagine a world without David Attenborough in it, can you?
No. Yeah, I mean, he is Sir David
he's
Attenborough.
So well known. Yeah, he's Sir David Attenborough. He's so well known and so appreciated that people are using AI voices all over the place on YouTube and TikTok to put over their TikToks as if they're being narrated by David Attenborough. That's how significant this man is. And to think we might never have had that if he'd taken the job.
No, it used to be we had impressionists doing David Attenborough. Now they've just got AI doing it. That doesn't seem like there's much effort being put in for that, to be honest.
No.
Come back, the impressionists.
Oh yeah, the impressionists. There were so many that were very funny.
He is iconic. If anyone starts talking like this with a slightly breathy accent, everyone knows that they're taking off David Attenborough.
Yes, because he speaks very gently when but that's because on Life on Earth he was there, so he was having to do the voiceovers, and he didn't want to disturb the animals, so he has a very distinct style. It's like, yeah.
And his khaki trousers and blue shirt.
Yes.
He decided on that because he didn't want to distract from what was going on, from the wildlife. So he always wanted to have a consistent outfit, and a simple, consistent outfit.
Yes.
Which has basically defined him.
Yep. Yes.
Because he still wears that.
I mean, so many brilliant series over the time, though. I really enjoyed The Private Life of Plants when that came out.
Yes.
Because that's really interesting. It was so incredibly groundbreaking. And then the slow motion, the time-lapse photography they did. So they did it over like days and sometimes weeks. And then they put it all in one... and they put it all in one shot. So you could see these plants moving. And they looked predatory because... plants do predatory things, even though they don't do it on our timeline. And it's just, some of it was really freaky.
Do you remember the bramble?
Yes.
They filmed the bramble, which was literally, because it can grow, it's something like 0.5 meter a day or something. But they time-lapsed this and showed this bramble working its way through the undergrowth in a woodland.
And taking it over. Yeah, it was quite amazing.
And it really was rather creepy.
Oh, yeah.
But actually, it wasn't, they didn't do just that. But all the time-lapse, because there were time-lapse of things like lily pads growing up through a pond and then opening up on the pond and things like that. It was absolutely incredible. David Attenborough did a lot of groundbreaking nature documentaries using brand new technology. So for that one, they used the time lapse and they did the time lapse photography. But they also, it's like First Life. They did that. They were using CGI.
Yes.
For that.
And it was, that it probably looks a bit basic now, some of it, but it was absolutely brilliant when it came out. And
it was.
And and the stuff they were showing us, because I mean, all the fossil evidence is always moving on, and we're always learning new things all the time. And some of the things they were showing were just incredible.
Yeah, when they showed the in First Life, when they actually show, it's Charnia, isn't it, which is the very first, because they were talking about, you couldn't tell whether it was an animal or a plant because it's too early in the life cycle of life on Earth to actually tell.
Because of course David Attenborough is also a fossil nut. He loves fossils, because he used to go fossil hunting in the forest where Charnia was first found, wasn't it?
The Charnwood Forest, which is why it's called Charnia.
Yes.
Which is it was near his home as a child.
That's the thing about him. He knows so much and is willing to learn so much. It's just, he's an inspiration to everybody. I mean, you see a new David Attenborough TV show and you immediately want to go out and learn more. And when he tells you that we're doing things wrong, you go, okay, yes, I believe you. But the thing is, he does it because he doesn't just go, oh, it's wrong. We can't. He gives solutions too. He's not one of these people that stands there and just preaches at people. He's one of these people that goes, so we could do this instead, or this, and he champions all of these kinds of things as well, and makes sure that they get out there so people can see them. And then at the other end, he does amazing things like the whimsical Natural History Museum coming to life at night.
That's fabulous. Yeah,
and that's an absolutely brilliant show. It's a one-off. It's a one episode.
Yeah,
but it's brilliant.
Yeah, and that's great because it introduces people again. I mean, it's perfect. That would be a perfect one for children.
Yes,
introduce them to the world that the Natural History Museum can show them. Because he meets a dodo at one point, but again, he was then championing interacting with CGI characters.
Yes.
So he was the first person to say, I'm not an actor, but yet he's acting with these characters, the dodo, and the saber-toothed cat, and I can't. Is it a brontosaurus?
It was when the brontosaurus was there, yes, because it was when the brontosaurus was still there. Yes, Dippy was there because now it's a giant whale, isn't it?
A blue whale. Because Dippy went on tour. They sent Dippy around the country, didn't they?
So we're not doing one of our dinosaurs is missing then.
No. Oh, that's
another. Is that a 60s or is it a 70s Disney movie? Just in case you've missed it.
60s, I think. Yeah, and it's not something that we didn't see that contemporaneously. We weren't alive at the point that was made, but we did see it on TV. During reruns on Saturdays when they ran all sorts of weird and wonderful, fairly cheap Disney movies.
Yes,
yes,
all the ones. Yeah,
not scientific.
No, not in the slightest. He's the reason I'm into learning things about evolution and nature and stuff, because of seeing him as a child. Because I remember reading the book from the National History Museum and being, oh, this is really interesting, but it didn't bring it to life in the same way.
I think we compare every single nature documentary to a David Attenborough nature documentary.
Yes.
And most of them don't live up.
No. Some of them do.
A lot of them don't grab you. They don't explain to you properly. And there's quite a lot on YouTube actually that does grab me that I think is fantastic.
Oh yeah. But I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, US people. Morgan Freeman is good and is the voice of God, but he's not as good as David Attenborough at doing nature documentaries.
No,
sorry.
He's good, but he's not good. Not David.
But he's not Sir David Attenborough. Sorry.
Yeah. But then we've even got the likes of, I think Benedict Cumberbatch did one about penguins, didn't he? And stuff like that. And
he definitely did
they're all
something,
doing their best. They're all doing their best, but they're not.
Didn't Sean Bean do one as well?
Oh, I don't know.
I think he did, but I can't remember what it was. I've just got this vague recollection in the back of my brain, but it could be complete rubbish, but something's there. So, and David Attenborough is such a great man. He is an inspiration to so many people, including us.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes. Definitely to ordinary people as well. It's not just to scientists or his peers, it's to everybody. And he is 100% definitely not allowed to shuffle off this mortal coil anytime soon.
Absolutely not. Yes, he can't go anywhere. So, David, you've got to live forever. Come on. You can do this, mate. Yep. You've done everything else.
Yeah, I'm sure he can figure it out. Okay, so what is your favourite bit, clip, whatever, from all of his shows that you've seen? What is your favouriteest bit?
Oh, no, that's tricky because there's so many. If I need to go for one that I absolutely remember, I think it's going to have to be the gorillas, because it's just so iconic. I just really remember this human being sat on by a young gorilla and being astonished by it. I mean, you wouldn't be able to do it now because they are much, much more conscious about not impacting the animals. But it was just iconic, and it's the kind of thing that makes you want to be interested in animals. I mean, it's why I love Monkey World in Dorset and watching monkey life on TV, because there is something about them that there's a connection there. And so I think it's definitely the gorillas. That's probably my favourite.
Yeah.
And you? What's your favourite from David Attenborough's huge collection?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I do remember with The Life of Birds, the lyre bird that makes the most amazing sounds. Because it listens to sounds in its forest and then it repeats them. So it sounded exactly like a chainsaw, and it was incredible. And I just remember watching that, going, "Wow!" I mean, nature is just amazing. It's so difficult to choose.
Yeah, I mean, David Attenborough, just the Life series, as in things that say life in the title, guys.
Yes.
I mean, there's Life on Earth was the first one, but we go through The Living Planet. Then we've got The Trials of Life, which is, that one caused controversy, didn't it? Because people were upset that they filmed the
killer whales eating seals off the beach.
Going after the seals. Yes, they didn't like that at all.
No.
But that was the whole point. The Trials of Life was meant to be a hard-hitting documentary. It was showing you what life in nature is really like. Yeah.
And then there was Life in the Freezer.
Yeah. Private Life of Plants. We've already talked about that one. I mean, that was groundbreaking. But the Life of Birds as well, because they had, didn't they have birds that had been trained to fly after microlights? And so they filmed the birds actually being right next to the boats and things like that. And it was absolutely incredible.
The birds were, wasn't it a goose?
Yes, there was a goose, yes.
And they were flying along next to the boat.
Yeah. But I think there was a microlight or something that was because wasn't it a guy had taught these birds how to fly because they'd imprinted on him?
Something like that, I think, but I don't remember it all. I don't remember the details.
But then you have The Life of Mammals.
Yeah.
And Life in the Undergrowth, which is about all the creepy crawlies living in the undergrowth.
Yeah.
And then there was Life in Cold Blood, which is reptiles.
Yeah. I have to admit that sometimes I don't get on with things that are about reptiles because I just don't connect as well. But that one I did. That was a great series.
Yeah. Yeah. And now, of course, we've got things that aren't the Life series, because I've already mentioned Blue Planet, and there's 3 series of that now. Well,
And
2
Secret
out
Gardens.
and one to come.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Secret Gardens.
Yes.
Yeah.
And First Life, of course, which isn't technically part of the Life series.
I still keep trying to find that on Blu-ray, and I can't. I'd really like to see that. I'd really like to get that on Blu-ray, but I've only got it on DVD.
I've only got it on DVD. Yeah.
I know. I can't find it on Blu-ray at all. It's very frustrating. I must admit, I haven't looked lately, and considering that he's 100, they might have brought it out, so I'll go and check again.
Yeah. Given he is now he's celebrated his centenary. There's probably an awful lot coming out. There was an awful lot that was the BBC's been running Life on Earth for the entire last week. So yeah, I've been enjoying that, but I do have it on DVD, so I need to go and sit and watch the DVD again, I think, and maybe read the book again.
Yeah. So yes.
But although the best thing about those books, I have to say, is the pictures.
Yes. So here's to Sir David, and to many more birthdays for him.
Yes, go for it, mate. Keep going, Sir David. We love you.
We do.
And we'll talk to you all again next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.